Noni Madueke is officially an Arsenal player. He will wear the number 20 on the back of his shirt. And a lot of people will be protesting, not just because he's wearing the number 20, but because he has signed for Arsenal. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn the notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Watch until the end of the show. That's all I'll ask for you. My minutes need to be up. So, Noni Madueke has come in from Chelsea Football Club. That's right. Another player has come in from Chelsea. Am I mad that he's coming from Chelsea? No, can I have a good little theory about it? But do I think this player is a good player? Yes, I do. And I'm not just saying that because he's now signed for Arsenal. I'm just saying I have seen him play a number of times. And most importantly, I have seen him play when he's been at the Emirates, and he has taught us a new one. Noni Madueke is a kamikaze midfielder, wide midfielder. He is crazy, and he's got an attitude behind him. And funny enough, there's a lot of players out there who don't like him. And I love it. And there's a lot of fans out there who are complaining, saying Mikel Arteta cannot deal with big personalities. That's why he got rid of the likes of an Aubameyang, an Ozil. You name it, personalities, they've gone. So why do they bring this one in? Why do they bring a troublesome young man to the carpet? Well, it's quite simple. Arsenal need reinforcements. And this reinforcement, even at 52 million, and people are saying out there, why would Arsenal spend this sort of money on a backup? Little thing here. This is what the going rate is right now for players. Even at a good player, you're going to be paying 50 million. And not Madueke is a good player. You may not see it, and that's because the mind is blind because their eyes can't see. And that is the truth of it. You don't want to admit that Madueke is a good player. I believe, he's going to give Martinelli the biggest run for his plays you have ever seen. Now, of course, we want Rodrygo to come in, but again, I've been doing so many videos on this between a Rodrygo and a Martinelli and a Madueke, and I will still say this: Martinelli's numbers are up there. If you're comparing between all three, Martinelli is there, and he's above Madueke, and is slightly above Rodrygo. Hard to believe, but it's true. The facts are there. You just seen it on the screen right now. But we're talking about Madueke. What is he going to bring to Arsenal? What is he going to bring when, Victor Gyökeres dons the shirt as well? He's going to bring Arsenal a new lease of life. Now, I have seen Robert Perez. I've seen Freddie Lombard. I have seen Haleb play wide. I have seen Van Persie play wide. I have seen sometimes Aubameyang play wide. I've seen so many wide players for Arsenal. Ray Parler, Glenn Helder, Mark Overmars. You name it, I have seen them. Now, for me, I will still say one of the best wide players that I saw in my time. I'm not talking about your Liam Brady's. I want to live them to see them play. But when I talk about Freddie Lombard and Robert Perez, to me in my time, those were the wingers that I was like, oh my God, look how good they are. And now they've gone, look what we've got. It's the truth, though. Noni Madueke, I'm not saying he's up there with the likes of them because I've not seen him play for Arsenal, but I've seen him play for Chelsea, and I've seen that he has created chances, but the people were just not there to finish their dinner. Quite simple. They just couldn't do it. Nicholas Jackson just can't finish his dinner. You know it, I know it. And if Nicholas Jackson was an Arsenal striker, you'll be saying, get his backside out of here. But we've got to be fair. Don't judge him just because he played for Chelsea. That's a little Arsenal and Chelsea thing going on right now. But Chelsea stockpile. They're pretty much like when you could try, if you're building an iPhone or a phone for that matter, and you then have to go to an LG or a Samsung to go and buy the screen from them because they buy the best screen. You have to go and buy a chip from them because they've got the best chips. This is what Chelsea do. They're stockpiling. They're not trying to win. Okay, they won the Club World Cup. Big deal, but they stockpile players. And when it's time for them to cash in and make a bit of money, then they do something. And Arsenal will just in a fortunate position to say, you know what, we need a winger. And Mikel Arteta, he likes versatile in his player. He likes a player to be very versatile, who can play in more than one position should a problem arise. And Arsenal had a problem last year. But Bukayo Saka went down and we had no one. Okay, Ethan Waneri, who's now signed a new contract, donned that position for a while and done pretty well. Scored some important goals, most notably the most famous goal against Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium. Yeah, we all saw it, we all jumped up, we all applauded, and then was thinking, why is he not playing any more minutes? Because he's young body. He's got a young man's body. He's not ready yet for a full campaign, even though he played over 30 games for Arsenal last season. But Noni Madueke is seasoned. When you got Chelsea paying all that money for Jamie Gittins, and you think of the money that they paid for him, but yet they were willing to let Madueke go, people will say, well, that tells you everything, Ty. No, it does not. Madueke, I'm telling you, give him 10 Premier League games. See what he does for Arsenal. See the trickery that he's got. See the way that he can burn past players. We know Martinelli can burn players, but most of the time, he is in cruise control in the sense of he's driving, not even cruise control. He puts it in neutral. He puts his foot down and then and then forgets about the rest of like third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear. He stops. Madueke just keeps on going. He's a repeater. He will just go and go and go and go and go at you. And that's what Arsenal need. Bringing in the striker that we're going to be bringing in, he's going to need service. He's going to need feeding. And Martinelli sometimes doesn't feed. He just doesn't. But Madueke could be that one that we need. The piece is coming together in this jigsaw puzzle that's missing pieces. And now I just feel we're adding pieces. You may not agree with me. And funny enough, if you don't agree with me, tell me you don't agree with me. Tell me why you don't agree with me. Just don't use the words, I don't like him, I don't rate him. But yeah, okay, if you want to use those words, tell me why you don't rate him. Tell me the game that you saw that it didn't make you think that this guy could make Arsenal a contender or help Arsenal to be a contender. I don't believe Madueke is going to be the player that win Arsenal the Premier League, but I'm going to believe he's going to help Arsenal win the Premier League. You get my point? He's not being brought here to win. He's being brought here to help. And that's a big difference, in my opinion. But anyway, welcome, Madueke, to Arsenal. Wearing a number 20 shirt. I can't wait to see you play. Can't wait to see you in action. I can't wait to see what you're going to do and how many goals you're going to feed to our new striker. I'm not saying his name. I'm not saying his name, but you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. We're going to see him on preseason tour, all of them together at last. I'm tying out here for TK 24 Sports.